Trade talks between two of the world's largest economies have completely collapsed, triggering an all-out trade war. With 50% tariffs now in motion, consumer prices are set to spike, and global supply chains are under immediate threat. Here is exactly how these retaliatory measures will hit your wallet. The tension began when the U.S. administration shifted its trade stance, targeting key imports with aggressive levies. Specifically, the imposition of 50% tariffs on critical goods sparked an immediate diplomatic crisis. For months, negotiators from both sides attempted to reach a compromise, focusing heavily on the automotive and trucking sectors. However, those talks have now completely collapsed. This failure has pushed the two longtime allies into a full-scale trade war, with retaliatory tariffs now being set in motion. Trade negotiations between the U.S. and Canada have officially collapsed. The U.S. has moved forward with 50% levies on imports, triggering an immediate and sharp response from Ottawa. Mark Carney warns that Canada is now effectively at war with the U.S. on trade. In direct retaliation, Canada is implementing its own set of tariffs to counter the American levies. A primary point of failure in the talks was Canada's specific demand for tariff relief on trucks, a request that remained unmet. With diplomacy exhausted, both nations are now locked into a cycle of escalating costs. The 50% tariff threshold marks one of the most aggressive trade shifts in recent history, threatening supply chains and industrial stability across the border. This isn't just a political spat, it's an economic shockwave. With 50% tariffs now in motion, supply chains will fracture and costs for everyday goods will spike. The immediate losers are the logistics and manufacturing sectors, where profit margins are already thin. As both nations dig in, the risk of a prolonged trade war grows, potentially destabilizing the regional economy. Watch for how the markets react in the next 48 hours and whether any last-minute diplomatic channels reopen. This is now a test of economic endurance. Trade talks have collapsed, leaving North American markets facing massive new tariffs. Will these retaliatory measures force a compromise, or is this just the beginning of a larger economic conflict? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Hit subscribe to stay updated on this developing story.